Tomorrow, Michael, I sent your presents. Don't fuck with them hoes.
Hey, horror fans, once again, it is me, the Horror Mizamani G. As we continue on with the 31 Days of Horror, it is time for me to do my recap of Episode 2, Season 2 of Chucky. And of course, with all my recaps, there will be some spoilers going along. So if you have not seen Episode 2 of Chucky, I suggest you stop this video. Go watch Chucky Season 2. It is available on Peacock right now. And then come back and see the rest of my recap. All right, so here it goes. Basically, overall, it seems like we're going to have right now two plots or subplots that are happening this season. We have the one where Jake, Devin, and Lexi are attending the Catholic school of the Incarnate Heart, while Tiffany is holed up at Tiffany's Jennifer Tilly's mansion with the now invalid Mika Chucky. Oh boy. Now, just a review, as we saw at the end of season 2, Tiffany unfortunately chopped up Nika's body, chopped off her arms and her legs just to make sure she wouldn't go anywhere. So right now, she has no arms and no legs, so she's just wholly dependent on Tiffany. Now, in the beginning of the episode, we have Jake, Devin, and Lexi. They're now getting themselves acquainted with the school, where they meet the headmaster, Father Bryce, which is also played by Devin Salva. Yeah, he's back for season 3. Now, unfortunately, while Jake is suffering from survivor's guilt because he feels guilty because if he hadn't bought the Chucky doll back in season 1, none of the events have taken place so far would have happened, and Lexi is snorting clopazepine. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Meanwhile, Chucky's back. Somehow someone was able to ship the good guy doll into the school, and he's back. He really scares a nun to death when she has a heart attack. She really just scares her to death. I mean, she just falls flat out, and she tries to hold a cross to it, cross to him. He, of course, pretending he's a vampire, and she dies. However, Chucky isn't out to really kill anyone. He's just busy taking pictures of Jake at the headmaster's office. He gives him a Bible because he's whatever he's doing with the headmaster, takes a picture of Lexi while she's snorting her drugs and others around the school. We don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Meanwhile, Tiffany wakes up in bed with the head of the Tiffany doll in her bed, Godfather style. Oh man. She confronts Nika Chucky, and eventually she pulls out Chucky by cutting herself. And Chucky says that she's going to get what's coming to her very soon. He's very pissed off the fact that he's trapped her. Well, Tiffany has trapped both Nika Chucky in there with no way out. He said he's going to get her. Unfortunately, Tiffany's problems continue when a detective comes looking for her, looking for the missing Nika. The detective comes back again, claims he actually has evidence to prove that she was the last person in the scene with Nika. So, of course, she outright kills the detective by cutting her throat. Right about the same time as we see her twins, Glenn and Glinda, come over for a visit. So we get to see the twins for the first time since the end of Seed of Chucky. Ooh. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what this Chucky has planned for the school, and I have an idea what that could be, and it's pretty interesting, but I'll leave that for when that reveal happens. And it's also going to be interesting to see what Nadine, Alexi's roommate, who is a klepto, she's a kleptomaniac, will add to this mix. It's nice to see a new cast member coming on. It's nice also to see Devin Swaba is back in another role, but it's nice to see him back in the series. No one should be surprised seeing Nika Chucky as we get to see the inside of Nika's mind plotting against Tiffany together, as we still don't know how the Tiffany's doll had got into Tiffany's bed. Now, as I stated before, I love the fact when after Glenn and Glenda come on, we get to see the inside of Nika's mind, where we see them both separated minds talking to each other. And it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works and how they're going to get out. Because it'd be pretty interesting to see, wait a minute, how did she get that doll's head into that bed? Be interesting to see how they pull that off. Now, since they've also gone to the school, and this is a Catholic school, another thing that I found interesting is that Jake decided that they have to he and Deb have to cool off their romance because how the Catholic doesn't approve of homosexuality, and I think that's going to be causing a rift in their relationship. It's also going to be seeing how Lexi deals with her bully that she had, this Trevor guy, and we see that little confrontation. It was pretty interesting how he just simply just forgives her and hope that she sees the path. So it's going to be interesting to see if what we see at the face of the school is going to be a little bit different as we see what's behind the school. Because obviously we know that there's something going on at the school because as we learned in the first episode, this is the same school that Charles Lee Ray went to when he was orphaned. So it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays out. And so that's basically it. We just had one kill so far this season. That was the nun dropping dead. And Chucky really didn't have anything to do with it. He just scared the poor nun, and she unfortunately dropped dead of a heart attack. But it's going to be interesting to see what's going to come next in the episode. As we saw, um, Devin and Jake capture Chucky because they felt as though he's up to something other than just killing people. There's something that he wants to do, and they tie Chucky up and they have him gagged. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to interrogate this Chucky. It's also going to be interesting to see what type of dynamic does Glenn and Glenda have. It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic is because we have not seen these characters since we saw them at the end of Seed of Chucky. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play in, how their personalities are. I believe this one actor is playing both roles, so it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic plays in. So there you have it. That is my video for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with that YouTube algorithm. And also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. And I see you in my next video. I'm out.